Final thoughts, conclusion. Have you ever considered the insanity involved with trying to do systems and processes and terms and descriptions and drawings and symbols and objects and calling what's occurring psychology, psychiatry, health, helping people? For instance, for a simple problem such as depression. A person gets proton radiation treatment, a person goes through cancer surgery, a person has inflammation from what has happened, for what has taken place previously. And the service provided and the health care given has to do with being social, being nice, being friendly, doing the appointment schedule routine, meeting with your social worker, being nice to people around you and following the rules of where you live and making sure to not mess up. With the explicit risk of being homeless, with the underlying scariness of having nowhere else to go except where the state and government say to go. No plan of how to get back to work, no plan how to get to college to get a better job, no plan on ever, no plan for ever not being disabled, not being helpless, not being without heat or a voice or anywhere else to live except Seattle, Washington, the United States of America. There's people who believe in a flat earth. There's people who believe in conspiracy theories with all kinds of different events in history. And there's those same similar kinds of people who say, it's all in your head. Your mind just messed up in whatever dialect you want to describe it as. Your head's messed up. Your head's messed up. Your head's, you could say it 1,000 gazillion different mathematical ways. But possibly don't have any inspiration or motivation to hear the language that's being spoken out loud to describe the psychology and the psychiatry and the health being provided to the person by people who say it's going to help you. And potentially handing out medicine saying this will solve all your problems. Mood stabilizing, fantasy dream world. Pills. Lithium, Depakote, Prozac, Zoloft, antipsychotics, olanzapine. made in labs, mixed together by people who are bonkers smart. And not been able to figure out why now has to be so death-defying. Why now has to be so incomplete and incorrect. For example, I hear a hitting of the wall, I have the heat on, I turn it off, and then I go downstairs and I say, hey, there's this problem, and they say, the landlord. Oh, I talked to them the other day. They said they're not doing anything. But how are you? And keep going in the same repeating choices and options and directions and habits and gestures and dilemmas. In other words, civilization has now gotten so understood and so easily identifiable, recognizable, and a part of the world. People don't have to worry about safety. People don't have to worry about security. People don't have to worry about bumping into another person because we know everything that's happening. We have all of the problems figured out, and all we have to do is keep on working and keep on doing and keep on paying attention and keep on having awareness and keep on living. And then have you ever looked outside after hearing the words that I just spoke and been kind of befuddled and not sure what's the object in the tree? So disconnected from the planet, from the crow, the annoying bird in the morning that chirp, chirp, chirps, and not had a similar reaction to a personal observation as someone like me and thought, wow, that person must be, like on some drugs or something, so happy, and never really taking the time to figure out why that person was filled with so much joy at the sound of a bird. All for the speed, all for the precision, all for consciousness. To feel, look, and be spectacular. The missing parts to, running into someone like me who might have had cancer and getting some inspiration and motivation to really make progress would be similar to just staring at the camera, staring at the light, and just trying to really guess, well, when's the time, gonna run out to 15 minutes, and then YouTube says, okay, too long, you gotta start over, and then you gotta redo the video and take more time. Whereas problem solving goes, does, sees, looks, hears, and doesn't want to keep working on the same task. Engineering, great. Time checked, I got 4 minutes. I've got to solve climate change. I've got to cure cancer before this video ends, or else I may lose my opportunity to succeed and wake up tomorrow and not remember a word, not remember growing up in Arizona, not remember my family in Ohio, because someone came through that door and someone beat me so badly and nearly killed me. I lost consciousness and was in a coma, but suddenly, boom, boom, back to life, great, he's better. Whoever, maybe it's another person, better. Don't even remember who I am. Not just a hypothetical, but a real possibility, considering, the person who said they were going to kill me the next time they saw me could see me taking out the trash, and they're in the building selling drugs to someone, or they're someone's party buddy. They pull out their pistol, they pull out their knife, and they do what they said they were going to do, because they don't lie. They tell the truth. And there you have emotion, there you have fear, there you have disgust, there you have world problems, dilemmas, distractions, misdirection. Except you don't have to live in a world with those kinds of events taking place. We have a brain, a body, and a mind we can make strong, make healthy, and make the world better with. When there's those people around who just want evil. And those are the parts the world has to figure out, other than someone who just made a book called Have You Ever and said, "Thanks for listening and watching." The end.